We are after the show. Definitely want to thank you guys for always hanging out with us during the show. And right now, this is what we call after the show.
Yeah, it's a little
all righty
after.
now, show you right, man. Who's gonna start off after the show for us, man? Anyone? All righty, go ahead now.
All right, so we work for a radio station.
No.
Right? Okay. And we've been in the business for a long time, and you know these things called PSAs, right? Public service announcements.
Yes.
And there is a station in Arizona that for 2 years was airing a PSA on their station, letting people know how they can pretty much avoid getting caught having child porn on their computers.
What?
I kid you not. So,
oh Lord.
Basically, it was saying like someone heard it, and then finally there was like an outcry, and there was like a TV report on it. It was trying to give you basically advice like, hey, have an external hard drive because then it's easily hideable or hideable is hideable.
We understand what you're saying.
Yeah. And because the person who owns the radio station was like, no one put me up to this. I just personally think that it costs too much money if someone gets caught with child porn and putting them in prison, it costs the state too much money for all of this, and I'd rather avoid that than
what?
I know. It's like
Wait.
Awful.
So
he says,
horrible.
quote, he puts, no one put me up to it and nobody paid. My feeling is that these people don't deserve life in prison just because they have pictures of naked juveniles.
So disgusting because he probably
Are
has
you
a ton himself.
serious?
Dead serious.
How does that even work? So does the commercial just say like how to like hide your privacy or how to hide important information, or does it literally say?
I didn't hear the PSA because they're not playing it anymore.
Of course.
But it was just like little tidbits on how to make sure that you don't get caught. And then it was telling you other ways that you could get caught. Like your internet provider could notify the authorities if they feel that you are looking in child porn and stuff and having it on your computer. How not that makes me sick. That's gross.
Like you hear commercials like that all the time. Antivirus and stuff like that, and obviously how to protect yourself. But that's nuts.
Yeah,
dude.
I guess one part of it said, "Save yourselves and your family a ton of grief and save the taxpayers of Arizona a lot of money."
Okay.
Yeah. It's basically like
that's disgusting.
It's crazy how they try to justify it.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It's better that we hide them as opposed to
disgusting.
spending tax dollars to prosecute them.
Exactly. Or trying to just help the community and knowing that something like this is not right. It's not okay.
Right.
We need to get
or
it off
put
of
something out that's a PSA on how to protect the kids and the parents and how to, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. That would be better.
Or where to go to see people that's registered sex offenders or something. Not like how to hide us.
Right. This
guy's
and how to hide
sick.
this and hide that. How can we hide us from the you crazy?
It's
So
nuts.
crazy. I'm so glad they stopped. I feel like this guy should not be in charge of this radio station
wonder if he-
anymore.
Dude, it's
he
got to
has
be
any kids
something.
himself?
Yeah, he can't be a father.
No way.
No.
He can't be a father.
no.
He cannot be, bro.
That's so crazy.
And I haven't heard the PSA, so I'm just getting, what's here in pieces. I don't know if it wraps up at the end when you say, "Oh, I heard the whole thing," and but I can't understand or I can't explain that one away.
You can't a lot of the times you're like, oh, you're trying to rationalize for the irrational.
Yeah,
This ain't one of those times.
man, that's crazy.
I know, super crazy, and just so inappropriate.
I would feel
and
crazy
disturbing.
pushing that button, if that was our job.
If you worked there,
and
because
I
he runs
worked
the
there,
station,
Right.
yeah.
I would feel crazy pushing the button, oh, we got to go into that PSA.
I know. Here it
Yeah.
goes again. I remember another station that I was at one time. I heard them air a PSA for Ashley Madison, and I get and whatever people want to do in their own lives, that's fine. But I don't know. I just felt like I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear how you're
They
trying
make nice
to.
jingles though.
Ashley
Madison, you know what I mean?
Very catchy.
Yeah.
Very catchy.
Yeah, and Ashley Madison, for people that don't know that, that's like how to cheat website.
pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, you
How
know
to
what I'm
keep it
saying?
from your wife
Keep
or
it on the
husband.
low.
How
Yeah.
to find someone who is interested.
Like
in
you got to
dating
go
someone
in
who's
there and they're
married.
thorough. Like I had to create a profile.
You did that.
I had to,
Like,
and then my wife is here. Say hi to everybody, Veronica.
Hello.
My wife is here, so I had to make sure I got another credit card that wasn't on there. Yeah, man. So it's crazy. That Ashley Madison. No, but and it's like guys and girls that's married but just want to have that fling that you understand.
Yeah.
It's called AshleyMadison.com, honey, if you thinking about it. Yeah, you're like, hello. Go ahead now. Don't
know of
let me
it.
come home and you have to kill somebody. Go ahead, honey.
No, that was
Oh,
just
okay, all right. I'm
mine.
just throwing out a loose thread out there. Show you right. All righty, Louie G, what up, her?
Yo, so a couple days ago, I was shopping. I was just going to like a Mexican Northgate, right, to go buy like meat and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people out there who solicit and stuff like that. And I walked out and like on the side of my car, there's like this little like flyer thing. And as you can see, I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, it's probably a church going around. It's a picture
Right, yeah.
This is Jesus, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
I would
there's a
say
picture
so.
of it on my
Very
window.
angelic.
Yeah, so you get a lot of flyers and stuff on your windshield. Just grab them and throw them. And I literally got it.
But you're like, man, this is Jesus.
And I threw it on the floor, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do that. So then I picked it up, and
God.
I was like, whatever the message is, like, all right, it's cool. So I turned it around, and dude, it's like this astrology, tarot reading promo.
Oh my gosh.
Like thing. So I'm like, do I throw this away? Or like, how do I throw this away? Like, my grandma would kill me if I threw this away.
Give it to your grandma.
So like, how do you get rid of something, and why are they using Jesus?
To
advertise and market themselves.
It's two different things on there, man. For one, I don't mess with none of that tarot card reading and palms and all that.
So it's like, how do you?
I would have definitely thrown that in the trash.
Like really?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Can you throw it for
Do you
me?
think Jesus wants?
I don't even want to touch it, but
Can someone throw
yours.
this for me? Like, what? How do I get rid of this thing? Like, I feel bad. Getting
hand it
rid
up when Peter, our sales guy, comes. Just hand it to him.
Leave it on
It's
somebody's
so crazy.
desk. Here,
Yeah.
there.
I've seen this method of marketing before. How they use.
Or put it on somebody
religious
else's
stuff.
car.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
Pass it.
Pay it forward.
Yeah.
Yep, pay it forward, bro.
Very true.
That's what I did to you.
I
You
did.
gotta
Where
do
you
that.
parked at?
I
You know?
tell you.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, I was tripping out,
want
man.
that.
Like, I don't know. how
You really
people
have a
use
problem with throwing that away,
it.
huh?
I do, dog.
Yeah.
You know why? Because like I told you, one time I was switching out my Oh, check this out. Where's my wallet? I was switching out my wallet. I got a new wallet, and I never knew that for like the last 4 years. When I first got my wallet, my mom's she hid a Jesus picture in there, like under all my cards and stuff like that. I never knew that until I changed my wallet. And when I asked her, she's like, "Oh yeah, I did that without you knowing, and I hope you're not offended or anything like that." Because I wasn't very religious, and then my mom got very religious at one point, so she did it, and I was like, "Okay, now." But it was just so torn up and bad that I was like, "Do I throw it away?"
Had
now?
all that stripper oil on it.
so much sin,
Yeah.
bro. And
So
I'm like, what do I do?
gross.
Do I throw it away? So I had to ask my mom, like, what do I do? Like, no, just keep it until it's like really bad and then throw it away. I'm like, I feel bad just throwing stuff like this away, but I guess just pay it forward.
That one right there, that's
Like-
a loose.
I don't
Okay,
think
yeah.
Jesus wants to
Promotion
be
and-
on that one.
Uh-uh.
Like
Yeah, I
Jesus
don't
wouldn't
think
want
so.
that.
Yeah, that's
So, yeah,
crazy,
okay.
man.
That reminds
People
not
need to stop doing that.
like not reminds me, but I always get really superstitious when you used to get those emails like
The chain letters?
Yes, and I wouldn't want to pass it along because I didn't want to engage in it, but at the same time too, I was like, I have to pass it along.
You know what, man? Let me tell
Facebook
you, when
is getting
somebody
like that,
send
too.
me a chain letter like that, it pisses me off.
It makes so mad.
Because I'm like this, man. Break the chain. Why would you send that bad energy to somebody
Right.
else? Why would you pay that forward? Like,
Yeah.
I see stuff like that, and I'm like, man, I'm not sending that forward. You know
I
what I'm saying?
know.
Because all they're doing is mind terrorizing you, and it's playing on your psyche.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
true.
Like, oh, if you don't send this to 10 friends, I'm like, man,
I hate
fuck
that.
you.
There's a lot of
Tell them,
stuff. Facebook is getting bad like that, man. I'm just
Really?
like, what?
So I'm not on it.
You see people commenting like, share this and Jesus if you really. And I'm just like, dude, whatever it is, like,
If you don't like this,
why are you trying to make me
Jesus is
feel
gonna get mad
bad?
at you.
Yeah,
Right,
like-
really though.
I'm pretty sure back in like the old days, they didn't have things like that.
I'm pretty sure they did.
You think?
Yeah, they were
No one had
they were so crazy to push religion. I'm pretty sure they had.
They
even
probably
worse
go to you back in the
methods.
days like just a rock, like here. Take these 5 rocks. And if you got to take these 5 and give it to somebody else, and they got to have 5
my
with this
gosh.
5. By the
That's
time
true.
you get to the 30th person, you got 155,000 rocks with you. Like, oh,
What do I do with these?
yeah. But what you gonna do with that card? You gonna throw Jesus
I
away?
can't throw them away. No, not how you say it like that. No, I
Nah,
can't throw
I'm
it
just
away.
making you feel bad.
Can you like just take a marker to the back and just like scratch it out so you don't see that part?
Nah, it's still bad.
Go in there and hand it to head, then come right back.
All right.
Go hand it to head and
See what happens.
come right back. We see what's going down with you, man. Yeah, go and just hand it to him and say, man, Jesus wanted me to give you this. You know.
sent me.
All righty, now let's get on to I-Day.
The game changed my mind about something.
Hey,
the other
dude,
day.
I told you I've been working on a post about this.
Really?
Yep, I
So-
feel the same way.
So
I've been working on it for about a week and a half. I'm just trying to get the right words.
we all know that Lavar Ball put out his shoe that he'd been working on for a while, and he got rejected by Adidas, Nike, and Under Armour because they all thought like he was crazy or whatever. So they're selling the shoe for $495. I'm not sure if he's calling the Z02s. I think
Or
that's
the
what they're called.
Zoes.
The Zoes or, but the game went and decided that he's going to buy 10 pairs for families that can't afford them. But he said that, like everybody's complaining about these shoes, but don't mind going and spending the same amount of money on Gucci. But like when it has to do with the family and a kid that's trying to like live their dreams, like nobody's down for it. And then he said that he has like nothing against Michael, but that Michael Jordan never did anything for the black community. That's what he said, you know? And he's like, he never gave anything back besides taxing everybody for these shoes. And like, I totally agree with him. Like he opened my eyes. I was like, oh wow, that's true. Because at first when I saw the shoe for $495, I was like, God damn.
Hey, dude, I definitely wish I would have put my post up already. Because let me tell you what I feel about that.
Yeah.
Is people can sit up and say, oh, that's crazy. His dad talked too much. Like people have a certain way that they feel about Lavar, right? The pops, Lavar Ball. But the same way you will go, Nike put out a shoe, this person put out a shoe, Gucci put out a shoe, whoever put out a shoe, and you go and you grab that. Now you got a dude that's been raising his kids. His kids are great basketball players. You have a black man that's telling people, this is what I want.
This vision.
This is what I deserve. And people can say, oh, they ran away from this. They did the worst thing in basketball. Now, this is the same way that people would not, and I'm not comparing.
Right.
But at one point when Muhammad Ali said, I'm the greatest, and when he turned down this and he turned down that, Muhammad Ali was considered a crazy N-word. He was crazy. When he changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, what are you doing? Now we rewind, and he is the most loved, and he was the most it, but he stood up for something. Now, why does Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas, why they have to be the keepers of the gate? And why does everything have to go through them? Why we can't support, like, it's not the hot item.
Right.
Like, we got these damn fucking Yeezys. Somebody offered my wife $1,000 for the Yeezys.
Yeah.
Why?
Crazy.
Why you can't go pay for, and I just had a conversation with this same person last week about LeVar Ball and the shoes, and he was talking about how ridiculous that is.
Wow.
You go get that money, and he had a reason for it, but we can't support somebody that say, you know what, man, I'm going to support you so we can turn these companies around so they're not monopolizing everything.
Exactly.
So every dollar don't have to come from them. And then we as a community, and I'm not even saying black, I'm just talking about if we felt a certain way and we stepped up, like I'm buying the shoes.
Right.
But they don't have, is it Jaden size they didn't have?
No, they don't have a size 7. I already looked.
So I'm buying the shoes, and I'm buying the shoes to make a point.
Right.
People going by the craziest stuff, but they won't support him because you hate him. This dude ain't doing nothing bad but looking out for his son. Now, the way his delivery is, you probably don't agree with it.
Different.
But I love the fact that they're trying to continue to knock this man down and make him look a certain way. And what's killing him is that he's braggadocious. He talk, he back it up, and he keeps smiling.
Why does the shoe, though, have to be like 100, 150, okay, maybe 200, but is there a reason that they've announced
I have no idea.
Because $495, that's...
Yeah, the price is ridiculous.
Yeah, the price
really
is
high.
a lot. But I agree with you, Big. Like, I respect what he's doing. Like, if this is something that the whole family's been working on and he's been training his kids for this, like, why crush his dream? Like, who are you to say, like, oh, that's dumb or what you're doing is too much? Like,
people think it's crazy when you go and you tell someone what you're worth.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Get in line like everybody else did. Why are you trying to go against the grain? Why are you trying to break the norm? This is how we do it for everybody else. You have to be like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have your 100 million, and I don't have your 100 million now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, I would have taken 100 million or whatever they were going to give me. You know what I'm saying? But I support dude. You know what I'm saying? We went back and forth via text yesterday, and I support him. You know what I'm saying?
I can see it launching off because even when Under Armour came out and they created the basketball shoe, I was just like, what is this?
Right.
Like, why they look so weird? Why they look so crappy?
I'm sure there was someone that thought that about Jordans at one point. People thought that about Yeezys.
Who owns Nike? We don't know.
Yeah.
Who owns Adidas? I don't know who owns Adidas.
Yeah.
I don't know who Gucci is and who Louis Vuitton is, and I don't know none of these people. I don't know Adidas. I don't know none of that. They could be Trump supporters. They say that when it comes to factories, that Nike have these kids in factories, and where does that stand? You know what I'm saying? Why are we taking this man and his brand and dissecting it and talking about the most expensive shoes that we see are the ugliest fucking shoes in the world?
So true.
My son wear the ugliest shoes, but they're fucking LeBron James, and they're ugly to me.
Yeah.
But they're in fashion. And people look at this shoe, oh, they ugly. If that shit said LeBron on it or King James, it'd be the dopest shoe in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm with you, Brother Ball. Easy call. We're not gonna order too many of the shoes.
But hey,
One.
I gotta
make
pay
a
rent.
7?
But no,
Can you
I-
ask him
Pricing
to
now.
make a
Yeah, that's what I was
7
reaching out for him.
Jaden?
Yeah, that's what I was reaching out for. You know, and it's crazy, man. They dragging this man through the mud. They
they
talking
are.
about he's the worst thing for basketball and the worst parent, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, man, come
And
on.
I explained it to Jaden in a way that he could understand, and I think he understood, and he was like, Mom, he's like, you're right. He's like, he made a great decision, you know, stepping outside the box and
Yeah.
just creating his own
Yeah.
thing. And I explained to Jaden, I said, yeah, like maybe one day, what if you want to create something?
And somebody
Just
gotta
try,
do it.
you know?
Anything that is
Right.
our norm now, somebody gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Why let blacks vote? Why let women vote? Why is this pro-choice? Why, you know, when somebody took a stand, a union, whatever it is, somebody had to say, you know what, I'm gonna go against the norm and I'm just gonna say no. You know what I'm saying? When Michael Jordan did his first contract, it was $5 million. That was unbelievable from Nike. Now you got LeBron getting $90 million before he even stepped on the court
Crazy.
as an endorsement. So somebody had to go in and get it. And when you see all the artists and commercials and everything, that used to be called selling out. Now every artist want to get into a
The
Pepsi or this
campaign,
or that
yeah,
campaign and get the
commercial.
tour dollars. You know, that used to be called selling out. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a norm and it's accepted. So if he's breaking a norm and he's going against these big ass companies that we don't know what they do and throw a few dollars into the community to shut you the fuck up, like that's crazy to me. And we see somebody that we can go to his house or actually touch and see him, but everybody hate him because he speaks too much.
Yeah.
He talks too much. You know what I'm saying? And what people hate a powerful tongue.
Yeah.
People hate somebody that's in a position to say no. People of authority hate the word no. Your oppressor hates no. So when you say no to them, their job is to destroy you
Damn.
by any and all means necessary. So I will buy the shoe.
Buy the
There it
shoe.
is. All righty. We're going to go ahead and get on
You're
out of
gonna
here.
Put that in an Instagram post.
I'm putting it together.
I was like, whoa.
He's working on it.
I'm putting
That was-
like
that
it's
was
in, it's
Don't
in
rush
my
others.
explained.
it's in my notes. You know
That
what I'm
was
saying?
explained very well.
Yeah, man. So thank you guys for hanging out with us, man.
Thank
We are
you.
Big Boy's Neighborhood after the show. You can always catch the show on RadioBigBoy.com right there. Listen on demand. Listen at your leisure. Big Boy on demand. Listen at your time, whatever your situation may be. Go ahead and listen at your leisure. You never miss a show, never miss a moment. Natalia, how can they catch you on Instagram?
Follow me at Hey Natalia, HeyNatalia. I don't know why I spelled that out. It's Hey Natalia. Let's go
Hello.
for it.
Ide, Instagram.
You can follow me at iday all day, IDAY all day.
There it is. Louie G.
Yo, real Louie G on Instagram. Hit that follow.
All righty. My wife, Veronica, Just Vettel. 21, JUSTVERO 21. She's extremely private, so she probably won't accept you, but go ahead and put a request in anyway. And I'm at Big Boy, at BIGBOY. Thank you guys for hanging out with us after the show, Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Boy.